Investors are buying up farmland across America, and critics say it's pushing out the small family farmer. But advocates say it's propping up the market. Factfinder investigator Kristen Crowley reports.
I'm a fourth-generation farmer, fourth-generation American.
Farming isn't a job for the weak of heart or mind.
Several different things can wear on you emotionally, you know. Actually, I'm 25 and these gray hairs.
Darvin Bentledge keeps a sense of humor about the career he's held for more than 50 years. A job he's loved, even when it didn't love him back.
My back's got where I can't take it anymore.
The stress and the strain mean Darvin's ready to hang it up and retire. But unlike the 3 generations before him, he won't be handing the reins over to his children.
They didn't want to get into farming.
Well, I didn't encourage it much.
Despite not keeping the farm in the family, he did hope to keep it with a family.
When you put your farmland up for sale, did you have any young farmers interested in buying your land?
Yes. I had lots of young guys.
But none could come up with the $4,500 an acre price tag, more than $3 million for the roughly 700-acre farm. If the price sounds steep, the USDA says that's close to the national average. The average value of farmland has almost doubled since 2009, pricing many traditional farmers out. So if farmers can't afford the land, who's buying it? Loka Ashwood, an associate professor of sociology at the University of Kentucky, says the deep pockets belong to corporations. And Loka says that's a problem.
When you're an outside investor that's interested in agriculture, you're interested because you want a return. Now, everybody wants a return on their work, but the difference with these outside investors are they don't have the same community ties, the same community attachments a farmer does.
According to USDA data, the value of farmland has seen consistent, steep increases over the last few years, despite market conditions that should have slowed down growth. Our team and Investigate Midwest partnered up and reviewed land records in counties that are seeing some of the greatest increases in farmland prices and found numerous examples of non-traditional buyers investing millions in farmland. Our review found a company owned by a Tennessee billionaire spent more than $22 million on 9 properties in Illinois. The owner of an NFL team has spent more than $84 million on thousands of farm acres in recent years. We found almost $10 million worth of transactions connected to an investment company owned by retirement investment company TIAA, and a company owned by the Mormon Church has been openly buying hundreds of acres across the country.
I think you just got to look at how much acreage or money certain entities control, and then what the effect of that is.
Brian Luffman is president and founder of American Farm Investors, an LLC that buys land at scale, allowing individuals to invest in agriculture without having to front the entire cost of a farm. But Luffman says corporations aren't solely to blame for the rise in farmland prices.
If you completely cut out groups like myself from buying farms around, I think the prices of farmland will probably go down a bit, but I'm not sure that there's going to be a whole lot of buyers that are willing to go back.
Instead, he says companies like his could actually make the future brighter for America's farming industry.
As long as people who are buying the farms are actually trying to help lease it to good farmers, help produce some scale, I think every single one of my farmers would say what we're doing is a good thing for them.
Come on, girls.
Who ended up buying your land?
Ended up being corporations.
The very thing that you don't want to happen.
That I didn't want to happen.
In the end, Darvin says it was a business decision. He had his family to think about and their future. The future of farming, he says, is beyond his control alone. That, he says, rests on the government's shoulders.
If nothing changes, what does the future of farming look like to you?
It'll be bigger farms, more corporate control, and food prices will go like they have been going. I mean,
food prices are going to go up.
Food prices are going to go up or stay high, you know. They're not going to come back down.
The issue has caught the attention of some lawmakers in Washington. Late last summer, a New Jersey senator introduced the Farmland for Farmers Act, which seeks to cut back corporate ownership of farmland. Leaders on both sides of the aisle have been discussing limits to overseas ownership. We want to hear from you. Send us an email or call our tip line so we can find solutions to your problems on the next Factfinder Investigates.